Hi guys, so today I just wanted to do another book update video because I've accumulated more books and I've read more books, so yeah. Okay, so I only have 3 novels that I want to share and the rest are all comics or graphic novels, so let's just get into it. The first novel I want to mention is Hidden Bodies by Carolyn Kepnes. This is a sequel to You, which is now a Netflix show. I think it was on Showtime or something like that before. So now here it is. It's going to be on Netflix. The second season will be, I don't know when it's coming out, but I finished the first season of the show. I read the first book and then I finished the second book last month, I think. And I have to say I was kind of disappointed by it. I don't know. So I think the first one just did a really good job because it was just such a interesting kind of narrated book, and you were seeing things from this dark antagonist. I don't really know what to, this is your main character and he's crazy. I actually listened to the audiobook. I purchased the book because I noticed that Barnes & Noble had brought it out, and then like a day later my library app was alerted saying that, hey, the audiobook you requested is now available to rent. So I listened to it because I was also reading another book at the time. So it was nice to multitask and like listen to the book while I was at work or on the bus. I just wasn't as impressed. This book is called The Girl He Used to Know by Tracy Jarvis Graves, and I just finished this book today. I don't want to give anything away. It is about a couple who met in college and they dated, and then something happens, they break up, and then I think 10 years later they meet again as adults and they rekindle their relationship, and you find out the trials they went through and how much they've changed versus how little they've changed. It was a good book. So if that premise sounds interesting to you, by all means. So the next book I want to talk about, I think it came out last week, The Binding by Bridget Collins. So I will read the actual synopsis for this one because I can't quite remember it fully. Imagine you could erase grief. Imagine you could remove pain. Imagine you could hide the darkest, most horrifying secret forever. Young Emmett Farmer is working in the fields when a strange letter arrives summoning him away from his family. He is to begin an apprenticeship as a bookbinder, a vocation that arouses fear, superstition, and prejudice among their small community, but one neither he nor his parents can afford to refuse. For as long as he can recall, Emmett has been drawn to books even though they are strictly forbidden. Bookbinding is a sacred calling. The bookbinder Seredith informs her new apprentice, and he is a binder born. Under the world... Oh, sorry, my cat just did something. It was really cute. Under the old woman's watchful eye, Emmett learns to handcraft the elegant leather-bound volumes. Within each one, they will capture something unique and extraordinary, a memory. If there's something you want to forget, a binder can help. If there's something you need to erase, they can assist. Within the pages of the books they create, secrets are concealed and the past is locked away in a vault under Seredith's workshop. Rows upon rows of books filled with memories are meticulously restored. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. But while Seredith is an artisan, there are others there of their kind and who use their talents for dark ends. And just as Emmett begins to settle into his new circumstances, he makes an astonishing discovery. There is a book with his name on it. Soon everything he thought he understood about his life will be dramatically rewritten. An unforgettable novel of enchantment, mystery, and memory, and forbidden love. The Binding is a beautiful homage to the allure and life-changing power of books, and a reminder to us all that knowledge can be its own kind of magic. I forgot how I found out about this book, that it was coming out, and I think it was maybe someone else's YouTube video. I'm sorry, I can't remember who announced it or whose video I watched about it, but it seemed very interesting, and I loved the cover, and I really wanted to give it a go, so I was excited when it was coming out, and I picked it up on this past Tuesday. I think that's when it came out. But yeah, so those 3 are the 3 novels I had in this round of books. I have plenty of books to read. I'm just kind of reading slowly and buying other books. So moving on to the comics and graphic novels. So the first one up is this manga called Watokoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku. Thought it would be light and funny and fluffy. And it's about these 2 friends who, as children and teens, were you know, really close friends because they like nerdy stuff together, and now they work in the same company as adults, and the girl character finds it hard to find a guy to date because he doesn't like that she's into all these nerdy things. So her friend, who's also a big otaku, decides to say, why don't we just date, because we already know and we like the same things, and yada yada yada. So it's kind of, it's just about their relationship. I haven't really sat down to really read all of it. I mean, it's a manga, so it doesn't really take that long, but I just thought it would be funny a light and funny read. So I picked this one up. Next up is Catboy by Benji Nate. And oh my God, isn't this an adorable looking cover, and just, I love cats. And I forgot again who mentioned this in one of their like BookTube videos, but I immediately looked for it on Amazon and put it like in my cart. And I love the art. So it's about this girl who would like her cat to be able to hang out with her like a best friend. So overnight, her cat magically turns into a person, but her cat is like a humanoid person thing. Like, I don't really know what else to say besides that. It's just funny. So it's just about her and her cat hanging out. Sorry, my cat right now is chewing on my tripod. So it's just about this girl who has her cat turn into a cat person thing, and they get to hang out together. So I just think it's really cute. Okay, so moving on is more of just an art book. I saw this again on someone's video. I love Wes Anderson films, and when I saw this book, I was like, oh my gosh, that is adorable, and just has so many great art in it for movies that I really, really enjoy. So I picked this one up. I don't really have anything else to say besides I love how magical Wes Anderson is. I love the colors he uses in his films, and I love how these artists, you know, just came together to make this tribute to his work. And now I have it, and it can be on my bookshelf for inspiration for all time. Next up is another graphic novel, and this one's called Man-Eaters. So this one is about, apparently there's a mutation that causes menstruating women to turn into ferocious killer wild cats. As panic spreads and paranoia takes root, the fate of the world rides on the shoulders of one 12-year-old girl. So this is volume 1. I haven't really gotten down to sitting down to read it because I just haven't made time to read it. There's like advertisements for like cat-themed products or cat-themed, like, I don't know, it's really interesting, but I'm excited. Next up is another graphic novel, and this one is The Darker Shades of Magic. So I don't know where this one lies in with the books, like with the series, but I've only read the first one and part of the second one, and I still need to read the third one out of that series. So hopefully this is before that, but it could be wrong. I don't know, but I'm glad that they're, you know, like that she's diving on into another kind of form. So this is going to be really interesting. And finally, I have Night Lights by Lorena Alvarez. I saw this not too long ago, and I really wish I bought it in hardback. The second one just came out not too long ago, and it's in hardback, and I really wish I picked this one up when that one was in hardback, because now I feel like I can't buy the other one until the other one comes out on paperback, because I got this one in paperback. So, oh well. This is such a beautiful, beautifully illustrated graphic novel. I love it so much. The colors are beautiful. The story is adorable. And this is about a little girl who has a really vivid imagination, and then she brings those, you know, like she has dreams, and she brings those dreams alive in like her little doodles and stuff like that. So she's kind of always got her head in the clouds, and I mean, she's a little kid, so I really don't know why everyone's so strict on her in this book, but you know, her school is constantly getting her down, and then she meets this, you know, friend at school who really likes her art, and then it's just like so many things for such a cute little book. I was super excited to pick it up, so I'm really excited to read the second one. I can't wait, because it kind of left on a cliffhanger. I hope to see more from this artist and author. So if you like stuff like this, then I would definitely give this a go, because it's just freaking adorable. So that's all I have for this book update. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.